Hey guys, welcome to the Cancellable Podcast. I am Faisal, and here we are with our favorite co-host,
Hey everyone.
Korosh.
Yeah.
Why'd I pause on your name?
I don't know.
Hey, again.
No, it's good fucking man. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. I'm
like
the favorite since Barrett is not here. So
Dude, who's Bardia? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
he's out now.
We don't
He-
speak that name anymore.
He's here from next episode.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is he? I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Next time, update the pages.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but interesting things to talk about. You want to go first, or shall I go first?
Let's just get into it.
So, I mean, some interesting things that I think we should talk about. One of the big ones is cloning. I'm sure many people have seen on the news. Why are you smiling like that? There has been a lot of hype around cloning that has gone on right now, especially due to I'm sure you heard about this dire wolves.
Okay, so is this why you told me let's do an episode on cloning? Because I didn't know it's in the news. Like I just get a text from Facebook. It's like, I think next episode we should talk about cloning. I'm like, okay, fucking random as shit.
But dude, again, like, look,
I didn't know it's in the news. I just thought it's something that came to your head.
yeah, no, it did come to my head, but also at the same time, there is something that came out like recently. I'm sure you
Which-
saw it on Joe Rogan.
No, I haven't watched Rogan in a while.
So you look like you were about to fail an exam.
I didn't know. Like, I'm like, what news? I don't know.
What, bro? We're supposed to talk about movies.
When you told me exactly when you told me like let's do an episode on cloning, I'm like, okay, could be
No, but that's how
interesting.
you started up, bro. Listen, welcome to podcasting. You gotta start.
Yeah, it
you
just
gotta,
caught me off guard. I didn't do
You're
research.
safe.
Like,
You're safe here. You're
Okay.
safe. Okay, so basically,
buttholes are twitching.
no, but okay. I think you'd find this really interesting because we
Okay.
both have the same mind. So, there is a company in the US that's called, I think it's called Colossal Genesis.
Okay.
And they're a startup that is planning on bringing back prehistoric animals.
Oh, fucking Jurassic World.
It is the synopsis for literally Jurassic World.
Because that
okay?
was so well.
Literally in their mission statement, one of the things is to bring back the dodo bird.
What the fuck is a dodo bird?
Okay, so a dodo bird it was like a really stupid bird. Okay, like like
Which bird is really smart? Like,
no, but like okay, other birds can fly, these can't, and they just have big beaks.
So
and
like chickens, basically.
yeah, and apparently like in what's his name? Who's the guy who went to the Galapagos Islands?
What is happening today?
Anyway, the guy who went to the Galapagos Islands, okay, Charles Darwin. Okay. I'm up here, bro. Don't worry. Don't black out. Don't
I
black
don't know
out.
what's happening. We've never had such educational episodes.
So at the
First
time,
5 minutes we talk about butt fucking.
we're changing it up. Yeah.
I didn't get the memo.
Okay, bro. So if you actually look up a dodo bird, okay, it is like the stupidest bird. It looks like it's like a mixture of a duck with a pelican. Do you know what a pelican is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the is it this one?
Yeah. Look how dumb it looks.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
And apparently these things have no defenses, nothing like that. So they just get eaten all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
what defenses do other birds have?
They can fly away.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's he gonna do? You know.
That's what
So
I was-
if you see the bird
What
like
the
its
fuck
head,
does a pigeon do? Like pull out a sword or some shit?
it flies away like that. Like it can actually get away.
Okay.
So this one of their like biggest goals is to bring that bird back.
So we have more meat to eat, or like
Actually, that could be a very good point. I mean, like a really dumb bird that has a lot of meat on it. You know, apparently, when Charles Darwin went to the Galapagos Islands, this is one of the things they were eating there.
Okay.
And only after that people discovered them did they become extinct.
Well, we have chicken.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want like a? Have you ever been attacked by a chicken?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. You wanna go against that or a chicken?
A chicken. That looks a lot big. I don't know if the pictures are to scale, but that looks massive.
Yeah, but it got
Looks like an
extinct.
ostrich.
Chickens never got extinct.
Maybe they just fuck more. Like, I don't know.
No, but anyway, so this
Because we farm them, we force them to breed.
No, so this company, okay, basically a week or so ago or whenever, recently, they had announced that they had brought back dire wolves. They have 3 puppies.
Wait, hold up. Direwolves were a real thing? I thought they were mythical.
Dude, how the fuck did you get out of university, bro?
What do you think I studied? I was studying to become an engineer. Fucking whatever
your
this
English broke for that. I studied engineer.
is.
I built building animals sleeping. No, But
I thought they're like a mythical creature or some shit from Game of Thrones. Like I didn't know they were.
no, but direwolves are real. So they in the show they do call them direwolves, but
yeah.
but there was actually a wolf called a direwolf, which was a
Okay.
massive super ancestor to a wolf of what it is now.
Like the ones in Twilight.
Those are facts. those are gays. But yes, I mean, if you looked at it in terms of aesthetics, yes.
What else are you looking at them?
I mean, dudes without their shirts, bro. Go
Dude,
back.
I was talking about the wolves, not the whole cast of the show. Like,
No, but they're always out. They transform, bro. It's not like the wolf is talking to the girl.
okay,
But yeah, okay. So like a massive wolf, right?
okay.
And it took the internet by storm. People were like,
So they exist now. Like they made
three
it.
of them
It's
exist.
successful.
Three of them exist. Three of them, like, and they're really cool because this startup was, as I said to you, before this they brought mice and they injected mice with a gene that made them have woolly mammoth hair. So if you see these mice, they have woolly mammoth hair, like like the crazy
Yeah.
long ass hair that's made for winter. So that was the first one that they had
Jesus, man.
genetically modified.
Legit Jurassic Park. Like,
Yeah, but mice.
yeah. No, but that's what they were
Welcome to
doing.
Jurassic Park. There's a bunch of
No, you dickhead. They were doing like in the I don't know one of the last ones that came out with Chris Pratt. What they were doing like mixing genes of different dinosaurs and shit together, right?
yeah.
So they're basically doing that now.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I'm not a genealogist, right? So
Oh, you don't say.
sadly no. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that why they used that because it was like the closest. Because remember, right? Even it's misleading now what people are saying because on the news they said they've revived the direwolf, right? But the thing is that they have just taken gray wolves
Yeah.
and injected 14 genes of a direwolf into those wolves.
So it's like a mix. Like
So it's apparent. So from what I read about and from what I saw, the wolf is already the size of a full-grown wolf at the age of 8 months.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them. 2 of them are males called Romulus and something. It's the 2 mythical creatures, the 2 wolves that come from
Stars or some
Roman.
shit?
Hmm?
Wasn't like 2 stars named? No, never mind. That was different.
Romule and Romulus, something
Okay.
like that. Okay, they call them that because those were the 2 wolf pups on the mythical creation of Rome.
Okay.
Okay, like the 2 boys were like how they talk about how Rome was created was
Yeah.
2 orphans were what's the word basically nursed by a mother wolf.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
seeing the pictures.
Romulus and
stuff
Romulus
in
or
a
something like that.
movie, yeah.
Romeo or something like that. So they have these, and bro, the last one they called Khaleesi for Game of Thrones.
Fuck.
They gave it
That's
as a dedication to the guy, to
Yeah.
the George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
And if you see it, they've only manipulated 14 genes. Like they've taken it because the thing is that what they were explaining, this company, was that for you to be able to successfully revive a species
Yeah.
is that you have to have a very good DNA sample that he was talking about a certain percentage where there's viable DNA which you can extract.
Right. It's not just any fucking bone
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything.
any. So the problem is that the samples that they have, because all of the wolves that they have in the let's say bones
Yeah.
have been destroyed by by the oxygen, from heat. They were only able to find one which had like, okay, so basically they mentioned that anything above 10x
Yeah.
in DNA is a good
Okay.
is a good
DNA
sample, yeah. But sometimes they have to destroy the sample because when they use it and they analyze it, it gets destroyed.
Mm.
Luckily, they found one sample that had 15%.
Okay.
So they were able to extract those 14, and just by extracting 14 and putting it into these wolves, the wolves are jet white,
Shit.
like fully white.
Okay.
Their faces are shaped differently to other wolves.
And I imagine they can fuck up regular wolves.
I don't think they tried that yet, but they were talking.
No. I'm saying like the theory behind if they're bigger and like I assume more aggressive and shit.
I mean, again, because it's only like 14 genes. The thing is that they've raised them since pups.
Right.
You know,
So it's kind of like a captivity situation.
Yeah, they have them in captivity, and the company, the startup, it's not just like a lab. It's a bunch of tech guys that wanted to start this. So
That always
they
goes well,
they
yeah.
raised like $16 million,
Okay.
and they opened the facility in their business, which has like a reservoir there.
Okay, like
You
just
know,
land and shit.
yeah, sorry, a reserve. They have a reserve there, so they have the 3 wolves there, and they have like a full team monitoring them. They even have manes. They're saying that the wolves are getting manes. So
Well, like lions?
yeah, so like they're getting a full coat around their neck, which is different to what you see in a wolf, right?
Yeah, because a common tactic with wolves when they attack each other is to bite
protect
the
the
neck.
Yeah,
So if they have a mane, damn, they can fuck some shit up.
yeah, but that's the thing. It's like they showed all these photos, and they're talking about them, how like they want them now to be studied.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they hadn't mentioned anything about breeding more, but they're planning on making a few more.
I mean, if they have the technology and they figured it out, I guarantee you they're gonna make more. What the fuck
Yeah,
you
but
gonna
bro,
do
that
with
opens
3?
so many doors. Like there's like 2 sides to it. There's people discussing about how now that you've made these wolves, first of all, a lot of people saying you haven't revived them yet. You've only changed the certain genes of a gray wolf, and now it's a mixture of a gray wolf with some
Yeah, but it's
dire
the
wolf.
closest we've had so far.
exactly
Since their extinction.
exactly, and you have physically altered the wolf how
Yeah.
it looks.
Wait,
And the
do you
thing-
know what's the original, like, where did they used to live?
So they were saying that they were in cold temperatures. So I think like North America, these places
Okay.
that these wolves were. Yeah, they're in colder climates. So
Right.
and the thing is that
So it makes sense why they're white and they
that's
have
the
a
thing.
thick
People
coat.
so scientists had discussed originally they thought dire wolves were red color.
Okay.
But now because they have them grown, they're like actually they're white. So it makes sense if you're in a cold temperature and you're covered in snow, why are you gonna be red?
yeah, it would stand out really badly.
Yeah, so now like they're planning on making a pact.
Okay.
So they want to make a pack of wolves, of dire wolves, you know, and then let them slowly start breeding
and
and stuff.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but it just opens so many doors. And this company, I mean, funny enough, they had an investor from Saudi.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
those
like, no,
fuckers are
but it
investing in
opens so many
everything.
things because imagine what you could bring back, even if it's like, you know, people talk about straight away. They go to like Jurassic Park. They're like, oh yeah, something's gonna go wrong, or you're gonna unleash.
But fuck bringing back dinosaurs. That's
you
stupid.
wouldn't want to see a dinosaur,
No.
really?
Why the fuck? Watch Jurassic World in 3D. Same shit. Like, why the fuck you want that?
I mean, just because we can, right?
There's a lot of things you can, but you shouldn't do. You can fuck someone else's wife, but you shouldn't do it. Like,
It hasn't stopped a lot of people, bro.
yeah, it usually doesn't end well.
No one's fucking your dinosaur.
No,
It's
just
like a
leave it.
security thing. We keep seeing it. Guys keep jumping over the fence.
I
But-
don't mean fucking them. I mean, like, there's a lot of things you can do, but you shouldn't do.
Yeah, I mean,
The
look.
dinosaur is like, you should make animals you can contain. A dinosaur is harder to contain than a fucking wolf.
I mean, we have the technology. I mean,
I guess it depends on
people.
the dinosaur.
The people who developed the park just have to watch Jurassic Park and be like, maybe we don't build it like that.
You don't let tourists then.
Of course, how do you make money then? You just leave them there, like, yeah, just keep sending us money. OnlyFans. Whoops. But
don't
but
know.
again, isn't it crazy that like now you have the
I mean,
ability?
the technology to, I mean, it wasn't to bring back dead species, but I remember a couple of years ago there was stories of rich people. I think Ellen did this. She took the DNA of her dead dog and cloned it.
Mm.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. A lot of people think that actually, from what I understood, there's so many different types of cloning, right? But
Okay.
the essential idea of cloning is to make an identical copy
Yeah.
of you, me, or whatever. And I didn't know, but apparently plants are the easiest thing to clone, and we've been doing it for so long. I thought that like you had 60 seeds and you put 60 seeds, right? Like in a crop and stuff. But they actually have the technology where they cut the shoot of one of the adult trees and then just plant it there, and it grows the identical plant of the first one.
Well, I assume a plant DNA or whatever you call it is a lot simpler than like an animal or
I
a
mean-
human. I assume it's just a simpler organism. Organism?
I mean, yeah, it might be, but it might also be completely different where it just needs these basic things like, okay, it doesn't have, well, I mean, with science
It's
and
not like
everything
a
we
tree has a
discovered,
personality. Like,
but,
it's
dude,
hard to.
but apparently they communicate. Apparently they
Yeah, they
feel
can
pain.
communicate,
Like, what is
but-
that?
Oh, I don't fucking know what it is, but like,
Can,
that's,
you-
by the
can
way,
you imagine if you were a plant and dogs keep shitting on you?
dude, apparently they changed their flavor.
What, the shit on the dog?
No.
That's, I don't know what you're eating, bro.
No, apparently some plant. I don't know if it's like a breed of grass or plants, but when they get eaten by animals, they release this scent. I think that all the plants around them from the same species, they can change their flavor profile, so that animal hopefully won't eat the rest of them.
That's so selfless.
Which is a argument for vegans when they say like, "Oh, eat plants, don't hurt." Like,
You know what I would develop?
living
I would develop
creatures.
like a hearing aid that you can hear the plant when you're
They're
cutting
changing
it.
flavors.
No, you just hear it screaming. It's like, I'm saving the environment. And you hear like, ah! But again, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could just like identically create 15 of the same
Trees,
plant.
Yeah.
You know? And even now they're able to identical like just researching upon it, people clone certain animals. Like if there's a cow that produces a lot of milk,
Yeah.
they're not just making a baby from like two
Like genetic
cows
selection.
genetics. They're selecting that cow's genes and then like taking a skin sample from it and then implanting it in a surrogate mother, and the surrogate mother grows that exact same cow.
Shit.
So
Oh, that's really gonna fuck up with like people who like race horses and camels and stuff. Because if you have like your horse has good genetics, it's like winning all the races. You can just like when it dies, you can just bring back the same fucking horse.
But I mean, isn't again? It's not like the horse is gonna remember what happened to it when it comes to
No,
morning.
but if a horse can run fast, they can run fast.
No,
like,
but that's the thing. But that's
it's not like it's gonna come up and like, nah, this life I don't feel like running anymore.
Hey, whoa. I know
Enough
that
is
guy.
enough. It's the third time.
no, but that's actually naturally how they do genetic engineering, right?
Yeah, but
If you own like horses, you only want your strongest horses to breed.
yeah, but it's not guaranteed that the offspring is gonna be as strong as the parents or
But it will take like the thing is that you have like you have aggressive.
yeah. If the
and
mom horse is retarded, the kid might come out half retarded.
No. But if you have horses that like okay, like if you have any animal that has a feature
pedigree.
towards it, yeah, like a pedigree, or it comes from a strong line of pure race horses or war horses and stuff. If you mix it with another one that has that strength to it,
Yeah,
then
Most
you have a
likely.
higher chance of that.
yeah, but I'm saying now it's guaranteed that like you get the same fucking horse.
Yeah, but that's the golden apple of cloning. You're just gonna make a winning horse every time, or you're gonna make a horse with the same thing. But then it then comes down to this thing which I've been thinking about is that, you know, now go into like 10,000 years in the future, right? We're gonna start cloning people.
I think it's gonna be a lot earlier than that.
Really?
I think the only reason, well, first of all, there's no guarantee that we haven't done it yet. Like I remember there was a rumor back in a day that they couldn't provide any evidence, but I don't remember which group it was, but someone claimed that they cloned a human and they named it Eve, but then there was no DNA or photos or like there was no evidence, so we don't know if it's bullshit or not. But I guarantee you, if the technology for cloning exists for dogs and shit, a country with low regulations like China and stuff, if they could do it, they will do it. Because imagine, like, in terms of like military aspects and stuff, how beneficial that is.
I mean,
Who needs fucking robots when you can just have unlimited people?
no, but then you're talking about two different things. If you're gonna clone someone, you
Yeah.
still have to wait 15 years till they grow up. You get what I mean? It's not like
Right.
it's not like you see.
It's not printing a 30-year-old.
It's not like a 3D printer.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it comes back to a very good point I told you about a movie to watch,
I watched it,
right?
yeah.
So we were talking about a movie that just came out, and it was by a Korean director. It's called Mickey 17.
I
And-
liked it. Well, spoiler, because it's a relatively new movie, but
Mm.
I mean, if you haven't watched it or you want to watch it, skip to the next timestamp.
Yeah.
But I really like the movie, man.
But it brings up so many things. It's like,
So let's give a little bit of a context of what the movie is. So the movie is basically this company figures out cloning, but on Earth, they say it's not ethical, basically. So they are trying to colonize a different, what do you call it? Different planet, and some people can volunteer to be on the ship to go to that planet, but they become part of a group called, what's it called?
Expendables.
Expendables. So basically, anything they want to test, drugs or the new atmosphere in this planet or anything, they send you out. If you die, they clone, like they print you back out again.
Yeah.
So this is the general concept of the movie.
Yeah.
But
The concept of it is just that, although different to cloning, because they also transfer your knowledge to it.
yeah. So they would print out your body at the age that you joined that company, and they would do weekly backups of your memory,
Just like
so
the
you
cloud
don't
do.
have like long gaps between each clone. And then they would just download it into the new body. And also in the movie, they discussed that how each clone comes out sometimes with slightly different personality. Like it's all like, let's say you have like 15 different personality traits, but some are stronger and some are weaker. In the next clone, one that's weaker could be stronger.
Mhm.
So that was the concept of the movie.
It's a very interesting concept, and it's a fun movie. I would say it's a pretty fun movie, but it also brings out a lot of a discussion about how what makes you is you,
Yeah.
right? Because the whole point of 17 is that they've gone through 17 of Mickey,
Yeah.
right? And the idea here is that for every one of those, he was backed up normally. And then there's a mission he does where he knows he's gonna die. He's suffered every death
Yeah.
leading up to 17, but miraculously on the 17th he survives.
Yeah, but when he survives, it takes him a couple of days to get back to the ship.
So
By
they
the time
assume
he
he's dead.
Yeah, and then by the time he comes back, they've printed out number 18. So now there's two of them that exist.
Exactly. And that's the thing that comes out that for me is like, I don't think we'll ever be able to, and this is maybe because it's too far-fetched for me.
Yeah.
I don't think we can download someone's memories or download someone's personality and their consciousness into like a drive, and then because in the movie the guy was saying we can print you out, but there's this brick we have which has your personality in
Like
it.
a hard drive, basically.
It's like a hard drive, but they literally called it. They made it look like a
brick,
brick
yeah.
because it was comedic.
Yeah.
You know,
But to be fair, like, you know how certain things, they're baked into our DNA? Like the need to be living under a roof because you feel more safe. Like shit that over thousands of years has kind of creeped into our DNA. It has become our nature. I mean, if technology is advanced enough, they can just download everything off of your DNA and reboot it, basically. I mean, it's theoretical.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, because remember, in the movie they both have the same past, exactly the same past.
Yeah.
The only difference is a week,
Yeah.
right? And also that the new guy is a little bit more aggressive. He's unhinged. Yeah?
A little bit.
But the thing is that it's so crazy that 1 week makes a completely different person.
I don't think it was in the movie. It was because of the 1 week gap that he was so different. It was just that personality, the psychopath in him came out.
But that's the question. Which like, if the idea here is that from the movie they were signed up to be test subjects, and the reason why Mickey actually signed up to this is because he was wanted by loan sharks on the planet, so he just signed up and he went there. But then it comes down to the thing about like that second class citizen.
Yeah.
Right? In every movie we watch now, if it's a cyborg, if it's an AI, if it's someone who's half a robot or someone who is a clone, they're always seen as undesirables. They're always seen that. That will then come to question when you're doing all these clonings and you're doing this. Look, the upside to cloning is fantastic. Tomorrow, Korosh needs a new heart. We'll just make a new heart, his heart.
Or just let him die and print out a new, like, wait for the new one.
No, like I'm talking about it in terms of like maybe 5 years from now or something.
Okay,
like that,
okay.
But if you need a new kidney, if you need,
But they've already done that.
but they haven't cloned it.
But I remember there was a picture of, I don't know if this is real or it was like AI generated, but it was a couple of years ago, so it was before all the AI shit. They grew a human ear on a mice's back or something. I remember seeing a picture of that.
But that, so I heard about that as well.
Yeah.
But you see, there's so many different things that come to it. Any surgery you do now, even a heart transplant, your body is naturally, you see, that's why they have to make sure you're the same blood type. You have to make sure all these things.
Right.
And then when you get a heart transplant, you have to take a shitload of immune suppressants.
So your body doesn't reject it.
Because your body will kill it. Your body will kill the heart thinking it's a foreign body, right? What happens if it's just yours? Like they took it from you. It's the same. It's you.
Identical, yeah.
So you cut out all those things. You cut out.
Get a bigger cock every time. What do you want this week? 13 inches. Let's go. I'm dating this whore. She's like a fucking tunnel. I need to fill that bitch up.
I see you at the hospital. What are you doing here? Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Hey,
nothing.
don't worry about it. It's maintenance.
I need elbows. You know? But
Well, that'd be dope though, because like when you're 60, you can just get like a 30-year-old version of yourself's elbow and don't have any more joint pain.
yeah, but then also that comes to that other idea. Remember that show we used to watch called Altered Carbon?
Yeah.
That was also a really cool concept. But the concept was your body and stuff could change,
Yeah.
but your memory was always in like a cloud.
On a disc or something. I
Yeah,
think that-
but which one would you rather opt for? Being in the same body, or would you like to change?
fucking change, man.
I know
I'm
what
not,
you're going for first.
I'm not super happy with this body. My eyes are fucked up.
No, but if they make a perfect copy of you, like you no longer have eye problems.
perfect version of me is still not a fucking Brad Pitt. Like, you know, like how perfect can you make it? Like, yeah, I want to have back problems at the age of 18, but like, or like one of my ears don't work at the age of 26.
I think that's something that all three of us can really bond with. We all have hearing problems.
We all have every fucking problem there
Yes.
is. This is Middle Eastern genes. You know how like Darwinism is like the gene that's the best survives? I think with fucking Iranians, like with us at least, every worst aspect of my parents I've gotten. I've gotten my dad's back problems and his eyesight issues, my mom's bad hearing. Like I don't know how our generation.
No, but that's the thing. We literally did not. We actually destroyed Darwinism because the survival of the fittest is no longer, applicable.
Yeah, so my whole bloodline should have been dead a long time
Bro,
ago.
you should have been gone. Like I should have been gone a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Why you?
I mean, bro, imagine being in ancient times. You got disc issues. You're overweight. You can't hear from one ear.
Yeah, but your overweightness is not like your mom and dad were overweight and you got overweight.
Yeah, blame it on me. Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to make an example.
Oh, you're blaming it on your whole bloodline.
Yeah, bro,
Like-
my bloodline, dude. I've got a gene, you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah. So I mean, I don't think any of us would be surviving.
No, but I think the thing I didn't like about the altered carbon thing was if I remember,
Carbon.
sorry,
Sorry,
I apologize. But if I remember correctly, it was like if you committed a crime or something, they could put your disc on ice for like 1,000 years and then pop you back out and put you in a different body.
Yeah, but for you? What's 1,000 years, bro? Do you think you're sitting in there like in a lobby? Yeah, your ticket coming up soon.
No, but like if we're going based on that concept, is some people didn't want to be like
Iced.
if they died, they died. So imagine you go on ice for 1,000 years and then you come back and everyone you knew is dead. And you gotta start socializing from zero. I don't fucking want to do that again. I barely make new friends now.
No, but I mean, someone on this podcast said that they'd go into a village somewhere, not tell anyone where they were. I think Altered Carbon is the perfect getaway for you.
Yeah, it's just so long.
Yeah.
I don't want to live that long.
Wake up. Is Iran still there? Yeah. Oh,
Fuck. Are we still bad?
no, you guys good. Oh yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it then raises so many things about what makes you you. Because if like
well, first of all, if cloning actually works out and every time they manage to get out a perfect you, I think that's gonna put a huge dent in religious thoughts because the whole conversation about soul kind of goes away.
But that's the thing. In Mickey 17,
Yeah.
from what I would assume, if your soul is tagged to your body, right? Shouldn't it be like you connect him, like you control him as well? Because it's like a extension of you, right?
It's not a USB connection point. Like, what do you mean? Like,
No, but I'm saying to you,
it's not a hive mind situation.
No, that would be fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, I have 18 fucking clones and just
Bro,
dominate the world.
You would have 4 of them working, and the other 3 like partying and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but there's
that.
so many movies that like then the clone is gonna be like, fuck you, I'm not working today, you go work.
No. But the difference is you're all connected to one mind. So it's we are working.
She's
You know-
honey dicking everyone.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like,
Prime
okay.
Kurush over there. Like, you go work. You don't fuck. No, all the fucking is mine. Hey, no dick for you. Put it on ice.
But that's the thing. Like, would you feel comfortable giving your sample and being open to be cloned? And they would give you the clone. They'd say to you, okay, you can take the clone.
No.
Why? Is it going to get tired of your shit?
No, not because of that. It's just another company a company that I know for a fact can clone me has my DNA. So they can make a clone and that clone goes murders 100 people and they can blame it on me.
But you have a clone.
Yeah, but
You just said the clone did it.
okay, but if they say no, it was you, or all of your clones are now in jail, and then I'm fucked.
but again, you already are giving your sample out now to companies. You're giving your facial recognition.
Yeah, facial recognition is not DNA. Like,
Yeah, but bro,
they can make a guy with my face, but they can't make a guy bleed the same as I do.
Yeah, but if they catch your face in a plane when it explodes, and you're like,
Yeah, but then also there's a fucking picture of me at the same time passing through my building lobby. Then,
they ignore that video.
well, then fuck it, man. What did I do that they're after
so
me like
that's
this? Like, what have I done?
So that's what I'm asking you. Would you take a clone, no strings attached?
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's you.
No. I need.
You see how you see
I
how
need a button. I need a button. Like, shut that shit off. Like, dude, the thing in the movie that fucked me up the worst. Like, forget about all the crazy concepts. It was when there was two of them and the girlfriend wanted to fuck both of them. I can't hack that shit. Like, fuck you. What do you mean? Like, no, we ain't playing around like this.
No, but
this is a traditional household.
No, but the way you said it, you're like, I need a button. Like, he's looking at you. Where is it?
Switch it
I'm gonna stab you now. Like,
yeah, no.
But that was something that, again, people are gonna take advantage of. You're gonna have it's like,
so many orgies,
bro. I remember I told someone, I asked them, if we start making robots, right, and you have like assistants in the house and they look human, what's the first thing you're what's the first thing you're doing? And they're like, I'm
there's no guy alive that would not fuck a robot that looked human. Like, let's just be honest. There's fucking men that buy plastic pocket pussies that are shaped like a porn star's vagina. Like, you don't think they're gonna fuck a boy?
No, but then what if that robot gets tired of it?
Then you stop fucking it. Then it's like every other woman.
No, but I remember, like,
I
was sitting with a group. I was sitting with a group of guys, yeah?
Yeah.
And of course, like, okay, we're all on the same mind here. Guys, like, think, like we're dirty fucks, yeah? But bro, unanimously, like, if they answered like this, we wouldn't have war in the world, yeah? If they were just all unanimous. I'm like, what's the first thing you guys doing when you have a robot at home? Fucking it.
Fuck it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if you look like a robot?
Well, like Terminator, like under the skin, like the fucking pistons and shit. Is that what you're talking? You know how hurtful the impact is every time? You need fucking WD-40 just to get in there. Like.
Someone has been thinking about this. But yeah, that's the thing.
No, you're not.
So then what are you doing with your clones?
Just fuck your car exhaust. What's the difference between that and a robot? Like, if there's no flesh on it.
Very different, my friend. Very, very, very different.
No, it's the same thing.
No, but it's like a human walking around, but it just has like, okay, it has a woman's face, but then it has like, you see like an engine running here, or like a computer.
No, I'm not fucking a computer. The reason I'm fucking the robot that looks like a woman is because it looks like a woman. I'm not doing it just to fuck a robot. Like,
okay, I get you. No, that's interesting. I mean, now coming
wouldn't
back,
you?
Yes. I mean, I think anyone would, but
by the way, I think every woman would give the same answer. Probably
yeah,
not on a public
but we don't
podcast.
Have a woman here, so we're just a bunch of assholes.
By the way, on the podcast, any woman you bring, they're probably gonna say the same. They're like, no. But in private,
and then you go to them. Why is yours 6'3" and
it's for
picking up stuff, you know?
Yeah,
but,
with his cock.
Yeah, but that's the thing I'm talking about. Like now, in terms of clones.
Yeah.
Would you think that now that they've cloned, and because of how it's in the movies depicted, they all have their own personalities, right?
Yeah.
They have been told that they have to work for you, or you are not the real one. That's the real one.
Yeah.
There. Do we then give them rights? And what if we give them the same rights as us? Then,
well, you have to give them the same rights as you.
Do you think they'll have a kill switch where they'll like have them branded like I'm a clone,
like tattooed,
to keep it safe? Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's gonna be an uprising of all clones, and they go like, "Fuck this, we don't want," because they have your brain, right? So they think exactly the way you think. Maybe minor personality changes based on this movie, but it's not like you're talking to an AI that knows it's AI. Like all the concepts in like AI in cloning movies is like when the two like the clone and let's call it the number one and the number two, they meet each other, is like they can't distinguish who came first.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both have the memory of being.
No, but you've been told that. That's what I'm saying. So, like, the thing here is that you see,
no, because then they're gonna feel like it's not like an emotionless robot that you can just tell them, "Oh, we made you, now go do shit." It still has all the same feelings and the same logic and everything you do. So it's gonna do the
So
same.
you're saying it's inevitable that if we do it like
yeah,
that,
it's like if I come up to you and be like, "Fuck you, now you're my slave." At some point, you're gonna be fed up with it.
But what if I came to you and I went, "You have just been born to be my slave."
Fuck
Like
you.
I made you.
Well, regardless of how I got here, I'm here now. Fuck you. What are you gonna do? This is clearly the issue with me having a clone because I know this is the way it's gonna think.
I come over to your house. 1 day's passed. There's blood everywhere. It's like he wouldn't submit.
Yeah. No, unless the hive mind situation works, that you all think is one, then okay, it's problem solved. Like,
But it's so crazy. Like again, so
dude, just having an army of yourself, you all think identical, and your brains are connected.
but that's the thing. It's like I can understand pets getting cloned, but then
I don't get that.
no. But
Because
if
it's
you,
$10,000. I don't get
Okay,
it.
okay.
I love my dog, but like,
we both know that as technology goes ahead in time, things
Yeah.
get cheaper. Before a car with a TV in it was like
okay, but let's say it's $1,000.
okay.
You can either do that, bring a new dog, well, the old dog back from puppy age, or you can adopt a poor dog that's sitting in a shelter.
No, but I mean, you as a dog owner, you know this. Your dog is different to other dogs.
I know, but it's the same thing. I've had this argument with people about like adopting kids. It's like, oh, if let's say you can naturally conceive and IVF doesn't work and everything, some people just naturally cancel the option of adopting a child. And like for me, I can't digest it that like, okay, yes, it's great if you can have your own child with your wife or whatever, but what's wrong with adopting a child that came to this world for whatever conditions? That child didn't do anything wrong. Why can't you just adopt that? Like it's the same thing with the puppy. Like
Again, but it comes down to something that's very
I guess it's
primitive,
personal.
right? No, it's primitive. It's something that it's your offspring, right?
yeah, but I'm saying if you're incapable of doing that, then
Because I think that they just won't love it as much as their own child, and that's something that's not right, but it's just how it is. It's like it's that love you have for your brother that
Yeah.
you'll do anything for your brother, but why won't you do anything for me?
I would.
No, you wouldn't lay your life down for me in
course
comparison
I
to your
would.
brother.
I'll do the same for both of you.
Oh wow,
Well, if it came between saving him or you,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm saving my brother.
why is that the case?
I've known him longer.
Even if you knew me longer, but you'd go for your brother, right? Say it.
No, how?
Say it.
How would I know you longer? Than
Let's say we were friends from birth. Friends. Okay?
Oh, that would be a tough decision.
Yeah. So tell me the answer.
I wouldn't know.
Turn the cameras on. Tell me the answer. No, you'd
Yeah,
automatically go for your
yeah.
brother because he is your brother,
Blood, yeah.
right? And that's something that in your mind that's just primitively there.
Yeah, okay. Maybe the child example was bad, but with a puppy,
No,
like,
it's a good one.
no, but I'm saying like when we were talking about like cloning your dog, right? Originally, when you adopted that dog, it's not like you knew what that dog is gonna be like 100%. So when that dog dies, just let it die and go adopt a new one. Like, don't spend $10,000 on a
Yeah,
fucking
but you
clone.
see, look, dude, you're coming to a podcast trying to be ethical here. We're talking about like
I'm not talking about ethical. I'm just saying it's stupid to spend $10,000 to bring a stupid dog back to die in 12
forget
years
10,000. Forget 10,000.
Okay, $10. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, you do it.
$10, yeah, because
Yeah, but-
adopting a dog from shelter is more expensive than $10.
No, let's say it's exactly the same price. Because
get a new
technology
one.
will make it.
I want a new flavor, like
New flavor.
like a new personality.
What the fuck? We had accusations before about you and your dog, right? Now you have new flavor.
It was about Bardia and my dog, not me and my
Oh,
dog.
Barney. Okay,
yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry, Barney.
Bardia and any dog. You fuck dogs, man. You fuck dogs.
But then it comes down to a thing like, you see, now we're talking about two different things. We're talking about cloning yourself, right?
Yes, I would do that.
And it growing up as a child throughout everything, and then you have that
But
matrix.
that would be annoying, raising yourself. Because if you're raising yourself, then by the time that clone reaches, let's say, 20, it's going to be completely different than you were at 20. Because you were raised by your parents and the environment around that. And then you're... Because
but then that's the thing here. We're talking
it was
about
nature and nurture type of
no,
shit.
not nature nurture. Then that basically means you're just making personality, experience, and stuff is what makes the person, right? Because if I take two Kuroshes and I put one through a war-torn world and I put one through high luxury, you guys are not going to be the same at all. You're going to be completely different people, and that's the very nice example it shows inside Mickey 17, right? Because both of them, although same,
Yeah.
right? You just tweaked one
Thing.
trait of that person,
Yeah.
and look how differently they were. Although Mickey 18
Yeah.
was an asshole, he stood up for other people.
He was more. He believed in himself more.
No, but he sacrificed himself. The other
Yeah.
guy would be too chicken to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very interesting idea that although you say there's a lot of religious implications, because now that you're doing it,
That's one of
the
them. Yeah.
first argument comes you're playing God,
God. Yeah.
right? But we ourselves can't mention that we're God. So then these creatures or these things we're creating must be lesser than us. Right? That's the idea.
Is it, or is it God's intention that we end up here?
That's another point,
Yeah.
right? Because you're looking at it now from two
I think
points.
at that point, racism is gonna kind of change. It's not gonna be like
No, but we've
whites
always had-
versus blacks. It's gonna be like
it's gonna be like copies and
originals
stuff.
versus copies.
Yeah, and there's a very good show about it that you know I never got to finish it, but it was called Westworld.
I
know?
watched it. I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
I didn't finish it, but the idea is there. Like these people were like made artificially,
Yeah,
you know.
when they got consciousness.
Yeah, they got consciousness, and the thing is that we still don't understand what consciousness is. We can't
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, I think the whole clone thing depends if they clone you and it comes out like if they clone me right now, it comes out as me a second ago, or it's gonna come out as a baby. If it comes out as a baby, then that's a completely different thing.
Yeah,
If it comes out as just me a second ago, that's
but that'll be fucking crazy. You know, they even say now in the world you have like there's such a high chance of you finding someone who's identical to you, in terms of looks, in terms of this.
just because of the population.
Just because of
probabilities.
variety and probability, you will look like nearly identical. That's crazy.
That'd be tough though, because
No,
you have to
throughout the whole world. I mean, look, we have I think now like 11 or 12 billion or 13
Yeah.
billion or something like that.
still like bloodline wise, like genetic wise.
No, it doesn't mean that you guys are related in any way or shape. It's just
Oh,
that
just
the
lookalikes.
randomness, you know,
Yeah.
it's like clicking a button or throwing a dice, you know. But there was something that said that there's like 2 or 3 people that could look identical to you, which is crazy. But yeah, coming back to that point of what you said, it's like, yeah, if you could make one that's like a factory, like just factory built straight you right now,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
like
do
a copy of you.
Yeah,
I'll do it,
yeah.
but again, that whole
And then it
family
comes to
dynamic is gonna be
yeah,
weird.
it comes really like fucking weird. And there's so many movies that play upon it, right?
I think there was one with Paul Rudd. A series came out, I think, in 2000.
Paul Rudd.
You know the guy from Ant-Man?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he had a clone show. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was like similar to that. He made a copy of himself, and then the copy tried to take over his life.
Oh
like,
shit.
fuck his wife and everything. And it had like slightly different personality traits, if I remember correctly. So he would do everything that he wouldn't do for his wife and everything. And then I remember the scene. I think it was he was watching through a window. The clone fucking his
It's
wife.
always a window. It's always a
Dude,
window.
that messes up.
But that's the thing. And also one thing that like all about this sci-fi shit. I think Black Mirror new episodes are out.
Yeah, I saw it on. I haven't
I
watched
didn't
it,
watch
but
it
I saw
yet.
it on
But those
Netflix,
I'm
yeah.
sure they're gonna bring something up about that. But again, it's like yeah, I feel like if we go down this cloning or mass cloning, I think cloning organs and cloning this kind of stuff for us is a good thing. I mean, it can save many lives. You can even start cloning food. You know, they started cloning meat, so they make meat artificially.
I think they've made that already.
Yeah, it's already been done. But
That gets rid of all vegans and vegetarians.
yeah,
'Cause then,
because an animal didn't sacrifice itself.
yeah,
But then they also talk about like the embryo and stuff. But it's
fuck off.
it's different things, you know. But I feel like if we go down that road and you mass produce them and you
Dude,
start
can
doing
you
that,
imagine all the insurance fraud you can do?
bro, can you imagine the amount of terrorism you can do? The amount
I
of
was thinking more money. Let's
No, but
two Middle
no,
Eastern guys talking. Let's not go there.
no, but like think about it in terms of insurance fraud. Yeah, the moment that they announce that a clone is now going to be walking the streets, everything will change.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
gonna
think they give you
probably-
death insurance
Bro,
anymore.
I'm telling you, they're probably install you as the original. Like you'll have like some
chip or something.
chip inside you which
Yeah.
can't be removed. Where, you know, because I'm sure that a clone, like as you said, you know, unless it has those boundaries and then it becomes a robot. If it doesn't have those boundaries of listen, you must know your place. But then, are we people to say it is your place to be? You know what I mean? So automatically, I feel like there's going to be a war. You know,
Yeah.
watch. There was one movie that came out. It was really good, but not a lot of people watched it. It was about how AI had become conscious, and it was recently out, and it talks about how a nuclear explosion happened in America, and they blamed the AI for doing it,
Okay.
and the AI ran away to like South Asian countries, and Asian countries, and
The AI was a physical thing or like a program?
no, it was sorry, not artificial intelligence. It was robots basically,
Okay.
but they had their own minds and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. They were their own civilization. They were living hand in hand with people. They had issues about rights and stuff like that. And then a nuke went off like in New York or something like that, and they straight away blamed it on the robots. But then in the movie, the robots actually, for some reason, they
With South
ally
America?
ally with the southern countries, like the Southeast Asian countries. And
They
the
took
and the West and the East are now fighting each other. One is just pure humans,
Yeah.
and the other ones are robots and humans fighting each other. It's a really good movie. You should watch it.
The humans are fucked then.
No, but the humans were winning because they had like this orbital ship.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck was the name of it?
It was really good.
It would shoot lasers like from the
Yeah,
sky or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. It was really good.
Fuck, what was it? Rebel Moon?
No,
it wasn't
no,
Rebel Moon.
No, it wasn't Rebel Moon, but it was a really good. I liked it a lot.
Fuck, I forgot what the name was.
But you understand what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
yeah? Yeah, and then they find the child that's like mix of
yeah,
both.
yeah.
So
Fuck, what was the name?
It was
It
really
came out
good.
like 2 years ago or something.
yeah, it was really good. Had a crazy soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that was a cool concept.
but that's the thing, like what happens to that? Because from history, we've just always been racist.
Yeah.
I
I don't think it's like, I think the core of racism is tribalism.
yeah, very, very,
Yeah,
very, very right.
I don't, because you can see the trends like change, like what we're racist against or tribal against, but the tribal aspect of it stays. So it's whites versus blacks or whatever, or when it was smaller scale, it was this village against that village. It's just like trying to belong to a
No,
group.
but that's the thing. We have this very. There is an Arabic saying that me and my brother against my cousin, and me and my cousin against my countrymen, and then me and my countrymen against a foreigner.
It just keeps,
So it's
Yeah.
just the people who you know,
Yeah.
right, or the people that you can at least associate in a bit, and that's why like before when you were talking about it, I feel like for there to be let's say like an alien invasion
yeah.
that's happening, and a lot of theorists believe that this is what the world order is planning. So then
It's like
all
one
countries
nation
drop
type of
their
thing.
nationality, drop
Yeah.
this, and it becomes like a police authority planet. Is that they have to make an external threat.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you kind of see it with wars as well. Like, it's a smaller scale, obviously, and it's still human against human. But like, you can see like countries kind of just divide themselves up. Like they pick sides, and then you look at Afghanistan. Like, it was all the Western countries versus whoever else. It was America and UK and everything. They invaded, like they teamed up together. So if there's an alien thing, majority of countries are gonna team up, and then there's gonna be one country that's gonna be like,
and then imagine we start sending our clones to do the battles for us.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
But then like
Because I'm just trying to think of myself, and if one day I was told I was a clone, I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not doing this." Like,
yeah, but it's not like they're gonna come to you and be like, "Hey, listen, so you have a battle tomorrow, and if you want to join or not." No, they're gonna be like, the thing is that you see,
I think the best version of that
they'll take like clones of all of us. They'll take clones of
Yeah.
all of us, put them in boot camp as kids, make them soldiers.
True.
But
I think the best depiction of this I've seen, not cloning part, but like fighting aliens, was there was a movie that came out with Chris Pratt. I forgot what it was called.
I know what you're
That they
talking
could
about.
travel to was
The
it travel
future.
to- Yeah, yeah. That was like, because they would basically tell them that some people from the future would come back and be like, "Okay, we know who's gonna die, who's not gonna die. You're gonna die in 2 years from cancer, so you are being deployed to go fight in the future, hopefully to save the human race." And I thought like that's a really cool concept that like you're not really gonna fight that off, because you're gonna be like, okay, if I'm dying in 2 years, I might as well go and fight, and maybe I'll have an impact on saving humanity or some shit. But sending clones, I don't know. I feel like this whole clone talk is kind of takes a back step to.
It's called Tomorrow War. It's a really good movie. The Tomorrow
yeah.
War. Yeah.
I think it takes. I think AI is gonna be a lot more likely than the whole clone thing. Like being able to use AI and robots and all of that, I think that takes a precedent to like being able to figure out cloning.
again, they talk about in every book I've read about fantasy or some science fiction, there's always either a clone war or there's an AI
Robot war. Yeah.
right? And one of the really good movies about it is Dune, actually. Dune, I'm sure you've seen the movies.
Yeah, I've seen
We
Dune.
watched it in Thailand. You remember when you were saying, like,
Yeah.
dude, this is crazy?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't remember any.
It's because
Robots in
it no, it's actually well before Dune movie started.
Okay.
They had AI that ran everything. And then the AI was like, fuck that, we don't need to run anything anymore.
Yeah.
And they rebelled. And that House Atreides, the first family in the movie,
Yeah.
the main people, were one of the greatest people who fought against them and won the war.
Mhm.
So after that, they banned all AI. And the thing is that what they did was they started enhancing human beings with that spice, that
Right,
shit.
right, yeah.
So you have these people called the travelers who like can do crazy amount of math, and they have to inhale the spice,
Spice,
so
yeah.
their mind is able to like triple or 4 times, do what they can't do.
Right.
But yeah, these two things are something that I think is going to happen. But again, it's crazy. It's like, which one are we going to go for? AI now, you've seen, is like in the past. I think like cloning took a back door, like a back
That's what I'm
seat.
saying. Like, I feel like AI is kind of like taking over because it's a lot more realistic. I feel like, and the implications of it is a lot more than a clone. Because the maximum of having a clone is just having more of us.
Mm,
But AI, like the potential for it is so much more than us.
mm.
So I think that's just gonna become a non-conversation. Like,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
but bringing back like like the animals and shit, like that's pretty cool.
I think that they should bring back species that we killed off.
Yeah,
White rhinos, Tasmanian tiger.
yeah.
I think these things should be brought back. But then also, if there's species that are out there that can help reverse the environment and stuff like that, you should bring them.
I'm trying to think like what I would bring back if I could bring back an animal. Then I'd bring back Bigfoot.
I don't even know if it's a real thing. Bigfoot.
It was.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't called Bigfoot, obviously, but it was this. There's a depiction of it.
It's like
apparently
a North American ape, right?
Yeah, but it's like a really massive motherfucker, like a big dude. Just bring it back, make it a little more intelligent, make it bouncers and stuff. Just fuck people up.
I like how your first thing was bouncer. How the fuck are you gonna tell him not to hit people?
Hit him.
He starts hitting you.
I don't go to clubs.
I don't go to clubs.
I'm good.
You make a company called Bigfoot, and like they're like, listen, control your bouncers. I don't talk to them.
Hey,
I,
man.
don't, I collect the money and then
Yeah, that's it. They're on their own.
fuck. But yeah, man. I mean, like, you'd bring Bigfoot of all things.
What else are you gonna bring back? Dinosaurs? Fuck that.
Yeah, we'd bring a fucking dinosaur
What
back.
the fuck are you gonna do with a dinosaur?
I'd make a zoo and then pay people to come and see it.
Dude, that's not fun.
I make money though. You're gonna bring Bigfoot and make him a bouncer,
Money.
like
Nobody can put it in the military. Like, it's a big motherfucker. Like,
yeah, but it's a monkey.
yeah, and T-Rex is what? Like,
I'm not putting him in the military.
that'll be pretty good. T-Rex? Can you imagine how terrifying that is?
He has like small arms. Give him a gun.
Strap it.
But that's the thing. Like, you're talking about Bigfoot. I'm talking about
I'm
dinosaurs.
trying to think
and
what
shit.
pets you can bring back. Can't really think of anything.
I'll bring back all my dogs. Dogs.
No, I don't mean I don't mean one specific pet. I mean what
A direwolf. Would you not want a pet direwolf?
I don't think, dude, you can't even like have a pet wolf. Now you're bringing
No,
up.
would you mix it with a Labrador?
Then you just you have that already. Like,
No, like a wolf dog.
yeah,
But
those
more
are fucking
dog.
dangerous as shit, man.
No, but you make it more dog, so it's like it looks like a wolf.
we
but it's-
have that already.
Yeah, but there's a variety. There's a composition of it. There's like, if you have the one that's more wolf, it's more challenging. Like you got to everyday
Dude,
challenge.
If it's more than like 10% wolf, you're fucked. It's a fight for dominance in your house every fucking day. There was a guy talking. There was a YouTuber that had one that was like 13% wolf or some shit. I was saying that you can't just leave it in the house and go to the supermarket. Like it tears your whole fucking shit down because it thinks it's a pack and the pack goes everywhere together. And obviously you're not bringing your wolf to Target. Like it's just recipe for disaster.
Shit, man. I'd make an all jet black direwolf. Damn, that'd be so cool. And I'd say he's my comfort dog. You know,
Comfort from what?
Support dog. Support dog.
Support dog. Do you live in a war zone? Like what is it supporting? Like
Bro, I'm a big guy. I need a big dog.
Dude, you'd be fine with a chihuahua. Like, no one's coming at you. You're a
I
big.
hate chihuahuas.
I know,
dude.
but
I hate
all I'm saying is, like, a big guy,
That's something that should go instinct.
chihuahuas,
Yeah.
and all their owners. And honestly, every chihuahua owner I've met is a fucking cunt. Like, they should all go die.
No, but animals I think will be fine. I think even organs and shit. Yeah, there's gonna be those people that are like, it's against God and stuff, but you're benefiting people, right, for it.
Yeah, animals is fine. Like, I don't think the ethical
Yeah, I
conversation
don't
applies
think
to
there's really an
animals.
issue with that. But then,
But this direwolf thing is.
but the thing is that
Pretty
like it opens so many doors. It's like, but also the same thing is that people worry about like if you fully resurrect an animal, like let's say you have 100% of its gene,
Yeah.
and you like bring back an animal, and it spreads a new disease that mutates and kills us off because you know like one of the biggest things I told
Well, I
you.
assume when you bring back the animal, you don't just be like, "Oh, day one, release it." Like, you do some testing and shit.
Yeah,
like,
you do some
I
testing.
hope you would. Like, you don't just like, "Oh, here's a new mosquito that can kill everyone." Like, go fly, bitch. Like,
That happened in a place called Wuhan.
well, that didn't really happen in Wuhan, did it? We still can't talk about it, but that's not what happened.
But that's the thing. Yeah, like imagine like a mosquito comes out or something like that. Like, dude, one of the biggest things they're even saying, which is terrifying to think about, is that because of global warming, there's like graveyards of mammoths that have just rotting meat and
Melting and shit.
and the bacteria can now become activated. So then like a bird will swing by or some
Catch it.
animal and then we just all die.
Fucking man, I feel like we're gonna die soon. Fuck it. It's either gonna be world war or disease or something. I feel like this is the end. Let's just accept it.
Do you actually think it's the end?
I don't know, but I wouldn't care if it was.
Because like
I just want to be in the first wave to go. Like, I don't want to.
no. But in
Be around
in
afterward.
all honesty, like thinking about it now, like with everything going on in the world, do you think we're going for a down or an up?
Down.
Really?
I think we're really close to a massive down.
Is down that down? Like a nuclear war?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you think shoots first?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, very diplomatic answer.
No, it really doesn't matter.
Do you think we're safe here?
No. No. Dude, why would you think?
Bro, we go 4 seasons. I'm a guest here.
We are so close to so many countries that could either initiate it or be the target of it.
I think we go to Greenland. Iceland. Ooh.
Dude, by the time it starts, it's not like they're gonna be like, "Oh, commercial flights are on for another 10 days. Pick your location." Like, well, how the fuck are you gonna swim there?
You know what's really funny, actually? When 9/11 happened, right? This is really funny. Not funny. What the fuck? Not funny. So there was like, there's these scientists that believe that the world has a conscience. Have you heard of it?
No.
So they believe that based on looking at people's buying and selling of stocks, certain commodities that move around in the world, and even people's social media posts and interactions with people, they have developed a software that can show the anxiety levels of the planet.
Okay.
And apparently a week before 9/11, the anxiety levels were fucked through the roof.
Really?
Yeah. So they were discussing about how this could become a indicator of anything bad if it's going to happen beforehand, because people get agitated. You know?
Yeah, but they can't pinpoint what it's gonna be.
No,
right?
they can't pinpoint where it is. They can't pinpoint that. But
So you're fucked. Every
Yeah.
time the anxiety goes up, you're just sitting on alarm, like, oh fuck,
yeah,
I moved to
but-
Greenland for
no,
no,
but bro,
reason. Like,
isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that crazy that by looking at movements of stocks, first and foremost, it probably tells you that things were engineered.
yeah,
right?
that I was
Yeah,
gonna say. Yeah.
But isn't that crazy that the world has, like, because of the individuals that are in it, patterns of your buying and selling.
Yeah.
Like in the banking world, I've seen that there are many cases where analytics, which is studying consumer behavior,
Yeah.
is something that actually can predict if there's going to be a run on banks or a recession, and it's something that's
Yeah, that
It's
I can see
amazing.
how that could be predictable, like with an advanced algorithm that can like take in all the factors and everything. But I think that still depends on, because it's taking in information on, like as you said, like the stock market and everything, and those information are coming from certain number of people that are connected, and then some other people just follow what they're doing, and then that kind of shows what's happening. But like the fact that they're saying that before an event like 9/11 that no one knew anything about it, pretty much no one knew anything about it. The whole world anxiety was up. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And
But also, if I had access to that knowledge, I still wouldn't check it.
yeah, of course, because you wouldn't know where it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
And
it's just too hectic. Like,
yeah, but
every
the-
week some shit might be
but
happening.
imagine if they put money into it and they narrowed it down, it would become something like they would be able to predict where the area of any calamity would happen, and of course, man-made calamity. You wouldn't be able to be like,
yeah, but then that would never happen. Because
and then it comes down to a movie like Minority Report. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, where it's with Tom Cruise, and they have like these 3 girls that can basically see the future, like 15 minutes before, and he goes like there hasn't been a murder like in 10 years because of it. But yeah, man, that'd be fucking.
No,
crazy.
fuck that, man. I think if something happens that we're gonna die, just accept it and die. Don't fight it. Just majority of us
But
gonna die.
we make a promise to our fans that we'll keep rolling until the.
Fuck no.
the
What
Bro,
fan? Dude, we have 100 people on a good day watching the episode, right?
That's fine, but that's more than 100.
Yeah,
people.
how many of those 100 do you think is gonna survive?
Oh shit!
Well, we're gonna post for 3 views, and the 3 of them are us, and that's every. Like, what are we doing? Just sitting in a bunker? Like, first of all, we don't have a bunker. Like, let's be clear.
Fuck yeah.
And if some shit goes down, I'm not grabbing cameras and fucking light stands and shit to like try and keep the podcast on. Fuck you, like,
bro, imagine if something like that happens. There's like a really good movie. It's a Stephen King movie called The Mist.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. Yeah. Basically, a portal opens in like Alaska,
Yeah.
and these creatures just come in, and you can't see what's happening outside. A family gets stuck in a Target, like not like a
Okay.
Target, or like a petrol station, and
Not a bad place to be stuck food
yeah,
wise.
petrol station, and they see these creatures that are like they look like huge insects and stuff that attack the lights in the building. So they turn the lights off. People are like, no, there's nothing out there. They run out. They see them get eaten, so they're all hiding inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of
Piff puff sprays.
yeah, but dude, these fucking mosquitoes are like the size of like you,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So the family decides, you know what, we're gonna make a run. We're gonna get into a car and try to drive far away.
Yeah.
They keep driving, and then like at the end of it, they realize that they're running out of gas, and then they see this like massive. It's like a building alien moving in front of them. Yeah, and the father has a gun. He's got 2 kids in the back, and he's got his wife.
Shoots the whole family.
Shoots the whole family. He's like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna survive this. I do it. And then when he finished shooting them, 15 F-16s come and destroy the alien. And then the mist moves, and there's Marines killing everything. They're like, yeah, we're winning.
Did he kill himself?
No.
Oh, what a bitch! What a bitch!
No, because when he finished them, he was crying, and he was like about to shoot himself. And then a Marine smacks the window and goes like, yo, we're good.
No, you still kill yourself,
No,
man.
no, dude, what the fuck?
You want to live with that guilt?
I mean, it wasn't guilt, bro. He was doing them a better, but bro, like,
But like knowing that 2 seconds later they could have all lived and you killed them.
But dude, what a turn, right? Like,
Yeah,
like
but-
the aliens, and you're like, oh, dude, everything's wrong, and then the human beings just are like fucking them up. The aliens are losing. You know what I mean? And the Marine's like, what's going on, dude?
Shh.
Are they sleeping? It's like his head exploded. But he killed everyone, and he was there, and he was like, he got out of the car, and Marines were like passing him, like, why is this guy fucking crying and shit? And he's like, no.
Yeah, kill yourself at that point, man. You can't live with the image of you.
What if
raising
then,
the-
like, when you're just about to do, you saw, like, she was texting a guy, and he was a Bigfoot. He was a bouncer.
What, you kid?
No, your kids are just like, now you
Kid?
don't even know if they're yours because she's been cheating.
You still don't shoot the kid, man.
Ah.
It's fucked up. Like,
but I mean,
what
like, you
the
didn't know
kids
if he was
do.
going to survive. Like, you thought the aliens were going to win. Dude, you saw a building move.
No, I'm not saying what he did to his family is wrong. What's wrong is he didn't kill himself. I don't think you deserve to live after that. Like, it's not even a deserve thing. Like, living with that guilt and the image of you blowing your kid's brains out, that's a rough image to live with, man. Can you imagine shooting your dog?
No.
And just like how much that would impact you. Now imagine your 2 children and your wife.
I just said, dude, they're clones. I got the real ones at home. I'll be like, listen, did I even know she was real?
It did happen. My eyes were closed. As you know.
No, but dude, like, what a turn. Like that movie, thinking about that, I was like, fuck.
I kind of want to watch
Like
the
being in
movie.
that situation. Like, imagine you're like, dude, we gotta end it, bro. We're losing. Like,
No, I'm not even gonna say
and then
it.
people
I'm just
go
gonna
like,
do it. Like,
no, and then people go like, oh yeah, that was fake news. No nuke went off. You know,
Yeah.
dude, you know, there was actually a real scenario in the U.S. and I think it was like in the 1930s or 40s, and they were, you know, at the time they were using only radios. So families in the U.S.
yeah.
had only radios, and they'd listen to like ghost stories at night and stuff like that. And a movie company made a fake bulletin that aliens had attacked Earth.
Oh, fuck off. Okay.
And like a considerable amount of people just started running into the stores and stealing and running. Because they didn't have any information, and people were like on themselves and stuff like that, thinking the world was ending. And they were like, dude, it's an advertisement for our new movie coming out. They made like a fake bulletin.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, in that time, bro. So can you imagine? You don't have Google and shit. You're like, yeah, they're
That's
at
it,
the...
No, I don't think. I'm hoping I wouldn't kill myself just hearing it on the radio. Like, I'd have to be in a bad situation to like.
You're in the toilet, lights went off. Like,
everyone's getting in.
no, but that's the thing. Like, you didn't have the knowledge, but now everything's pointing to shit going down. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could not.
I don't know.
Either way, like
It's mutual destruction. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's like if
100%.
if anyone drops anything, it's like, no, we don't win, you don't win.
Yeah, no one wins. No
So
one.
I'm kind of hopeful with that, you know. But yeah, like regardless, even if you were a crazy dictator, yeah, and you
That's
were
to be,
like
super crazy.
no, but you were crazy and you were like, I'm not gonna allow them to win and shit like that, and you're gonna press the button. I guarantee you, there's 15 other people who are working with you who are like, I'm not gonna let this guy press it. I'm gonna shoot him in the
Yeah,
head.
but think of like, let's say you're the leader of North Korea, right? And you just hear fucking.
What you
hear,
say?
like, you hear jets, like American jets are. You know they're coming to bomb your bunker. It's not like their system is like 3 people have to switch the key at the same time. It's the fucking.
You say this like you were there, bro.
No,
You're like,
but I'm
I saw
assuming-
there was no 3
Dude,
systems.
I'm assuming that guy is not like, oh,
but then
let's
why
have
hasn't he
some
done it?
Huh?
Why are you so against North Korea? Why hasn't he done it yet?
I don't think there has been a like serious threat on his life.
Oh.
I'm saying like if you're the leader of North Korea or like that type of environment and you're in charge of everything and everyone obeys everything, and you know for a fact you're gonna die in the last 3 minutes, you're like, fuck it, I'll take everyone down with me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People won't allow you to do that. Like
That's
your generals.
if there is a system that wouldn't allow you, but if you're sitting in a bunker alone with the fucking
no, but you're
briefcase
gonna have
over-
guards with you, no? You're gonna have guards with
How
you.
long does it take to like family? Have you not watched Family Feud before?
Hey, Jonathan, can you
Can you give me a banana?
double whammy?
The guy turns around and wow, what the fuck did you do?
Twice? You pressed it twice?
You're not getting a banana. Fuck you. Bad boy.
Bro, the way you said family feud, I can just imagine. Kaboom for 40.
No.
Fuck, man.
All right. On that note, let's end the episode.
Yeah, I think we should. But guys, look,
We're all gonna
it's
do it.
always darkest just before the storm breaks.
Yeah, that's what they said before the Spanish plague and shit. Like, and they all
They said it in that accent, and they came and they were like, "There was an American dude in the Spanish plague." Yo, but thank you guys for watching and listening to us, and follow us on all our social medias. I took your job. Now.
Yeah,
just
I
took your
know,
jobs,
I know.
huh? And see you in the next episode,
See ya.
bitch.
What the fuck?